Test, check, are we okay now?
Are you there?
Thank you. Hi everybody, my name is Cathie Timian. Welcome to our pilot taping show of Local and Live. In the studio with me we have a local singer-songwriter, Keating, who grew up in and around Salem, Massachusetts, and has been writing in one form or another since he could put sentences together. He penciled out poems, short stories, and lyrics long before he would ever learn an instrument. His latest EP, A Simple Place, was recorded locally by SDMP Records and can be found on CD Baby, iTunes, and Apple Music. And we have a few here in the studio if you want to take a copy home with you if you like. So please give Kevin a round of applause and welcome him.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming, Kevin, and thank you for sharing your music with us.
Thank you for having me.
I'm glad you're here. So tell us a bit about yourself. You're local to this area, and where do you live and work?
I live about 3.5, 4 miles from here. And I work about less than a mile from here.
So you're in Holland Patent?
Yeah.
Yep.
I work at the school bus garage here.
And how long have you been in this area?
Probably 87 years, I think. 12 years, I think.
12 years,
Something-
wow,
yeah, something
wow.
like that.
So I'm going to get right to the questions. How do you balance your music with other obligations like your wife and your family and your job?
I'm not sure. I just do it. I get out and play when I can. And you know, I have my job is a day job, 6 to 3 during the day, weekends off. So, you know, nights and weekends are free.
Pretty good.
And you know, and I could get out a lot more probably if I wanted to. And as far as family, the kids are grown right now. We have grandkids.
Yeah.
I've got 2, and my wife has 5. So, it
So,
works.
so you get off at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and you
Yeah.
could go take a drive and visit your grandkids, or you can do whatever you want in the evenings.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the weekends are good too?
Pretty much, yeah.
And you've been playing music for how long? When did you first pick up a guitar?
I say about 14 years old. It's kind of a guess.
So you were
Around
still
there.
in school. Did you
Yeah.
enjoy music when you were in school?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't in band or anything like that. I didn't play an instrument in school. I started with flute in the 4th grade. That lasted about 2 months. I didn't get it. I didn't understand what they were trying to, because they're right off the bat trying to teach music, and you know, the notes and the notation, it just didn't make any sense then. So
Well, and you're a kid too, so it's like, I
Yeah,
don't have time for this.
and later on, I wanted to learn other songs that I listened to, not what they were playing in school. I wasn't into jazz at all at the time. I was into rock music
Yeah.
forever.
So what was the first song you learned?
On guitar,
Yeah.
Iron Man from Black Sabbath. First song I learned correctly was Crazy Train from Ozzy, but
Okay.
Iron Man, I kind of faked my way through it. It was
Did you have a guitar teacher?
for about a year.
And
yeah.
who was that? Do you remember?
I'm trying to remember his name. He was back home in Massachusetts, so
Okay.
I can't remember. He was an incredible guitar player. My brother and I were taking lessons from him at the same time, and we go to his house, and he was either hungover or still drunk. And he was an incredible guitar player, just unbelievable, like an Alex Lifeson Rush kind of a way of playing.
Oh, wow.
Just crazy good. Fred would like him. But
What drew you to folk music?
I
And
like-
were you interested in folk music as a kid too? Or did you get interested in folk music when you became older?
I always liked story songs, and there's a lot of that in a lot of the stuff I listen to, even the rock stuff. I preferred bands that had some story to tell. For some reason, I remember Wreck of the Angel, Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Hearing that, and I thought, man, that's a really cool way to write a song. You know, this whole big story, and And later on, I got into, Iron Maiden I'm still into. Their songs are really story-based.
There's,
a lot
they
of
tell
historical.
stories too.
And eventually I did get into the folk music. I like just a guitar or just a small ensemble of people.
You like
just,
acoustic?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
As
do
much
too.
as I like, yeah. And then I got into bluegrass quite a bit for a while, and a lot of bluegrass songs come from old time
Mhm.
and those old folk songs, and it kind of grew from there. We took a trip to Williamsburg, Virginia, and I was trying to play a little bit of fiddle at the time, so that kind of got me into some more stuff. And I just like folk music. I like the stories. I like tracing back through the history
Music
of music.
and the old
Just-
style. Yeah, I like that too. And it's the same way with blues music too. There's a lot of old music.
Oh yeah.
Who inspires you?
Today, I'm not really sure. A whole
Well,
lot.
growing up
Well,
and then, maybe today. I know there's a big difference in the music scene now
Oh,
than
yeah.
it was from when we were young, but
Growing up, it was a lot of the rock bands. Jimmy Page, Led Zeppelin was a big influence. That made me pay attention to what the guitar sounded like. And their songwriting again was a lot more than just a party song. There was a lot
Right.
of storytelling there. Neil Young, I've always loved Neil Young.
he tells stories too, really.
Oh yeah. Pete Seeger and Woody Guthrie and that whole folk scene there
Mhm.
is really, I love that stuff. Today, it's a lot of the songwriters. A lot of them are more local or regional, more underground stuff. Joe Catt from Athens, Georgia is really great. Fred Gillen Jr. There's just a lot of them. I like stuff that doesn't necessarily end up on the radio.
Right.
If it's played constantly on the radio,
It gets worn out after a
yeah.
while.
And I tend to, even on the mainstream stuff, Springsteen was a big influence with songwriting. I like the deeper cuts I like the songs like, Mary Queen of Arkansas, which they never play on the radio. But they play Born to Run constantly and stuff like that, which is a great song, but I like the...
So do you get out to see other musicians then?
Sometimes along locally, I like a smaller local setting.
Locally, who's your favorite performers locally?
I like Jay Schnitt.
I love
'Cause
Jay. He's
he's
great.
He's an incredible
great.
songwriter.
He is.
Just
He is.
the things he comes up with is just, and he's a songwriting machine. I've known him for 20 years, and it's just amazing. And as far as there's just a lot of really good bands in this area and really great songwriters and musicians.
There is. I agree with you.
Fred Giroux, I've known him a long time. I always love listening to him play, and because I love that kind of. I was really into that.
He's getting more artistic with his guitar playing.
Yeah.
Fred is. I really like that too. About
Yeah, but I like that. That whole. When I was younger, I wanted to do that whole metal shredding thing, which I never got good at. I stayed kind of in the chords and the chord-based stuff.
Mhm.
But I like listening to the
So have you ever collaborated with any other musicians? And if you did, who were they? And what was that process like?
To write a song, no, I don't think I have. I've jammed. I love to just plug in and just jam and see how it goes.
Mhm.
I am in a band at my church. I play bass in that band now. I played guitar for years. So we, as much as I like being a solo songwriter, it's just easier. Everybody shows up for practice when you're a solo act.
Right.
So we're a band that's not always easy. Doesn't always
Everybody
happen.
shows up for practice when you're a solo act.
Yeah. But Bob Plunkett I've played with a few times, and it's always fun. He's playing here tomorrow, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've ever actually wrote a song with somebody. I've taken other people's lyrics a couple of times and worked like poems and then worked them out into a song. I've done that a couple times.
Good,
You know.
good. Well, I'm gonna send you off to take this little gadget off and get ready over in this area, and I'm gonna announce our sponsors and everything and
All
thank
right.
them. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for what you're
Kevin
doing
Keating.
around here too. You're one of the hardest working people.
Thank
getting
you.
Everywhere. Thanks.
So I'd like to thank our sponsors tonight. Our sponsors is Mohawk Valley Open Mic, Madeira Studio, 16 Stone Brew Pub, and Big Apple Music. We thank you very much for supporting local live musicians in this area. It's greatly appreciated. Kevin will be right up. Can you pause that now? Or?
Hey. Don't mind my glasses, I need them. Yeah, so I'm going to start out with a song called Roger's House. I wrote this after a friend of mine passed, Roger Smith. He was a local guy, songwriter, and poet, photographer, and he's done quite a bit of things, quite a lot. So, and he was a very inspirational person. So, called Roger's House. In a white house on a hill, old stone walls and piney air, tires whining out on the highway, white noise in the country air. There lived the wisest soul I know, whoever walked this earth to show that we all can get along with simple harmony and song. Lonely cello on the radio, lonesome blues in the air, French hop hanging on an empty guitar stand, cat sleeping in an old armchair, folk singer, songwriter, poet, bluesman, a father and a friend, husband to an artist lady all her own, over 30 years right to the end. A simple place of quiet peace and grace, that's Roger's house on the hill. From our white house on a hill, Highway 12, she's headed south. It's getting smaller in the rear view overhead.
takes one last look at their old house. Roger's spirit's going with her. He's happy beside her on the sea. Inspiration to an entire generation, alive and everywhere to see. A simple place of quiet peace and grace. That's Roger's house on the hill. A simple place of quiet peace and grace. That's Roger's spirit in the world. 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 Thank you very much. Thank you. So I'm just curious, are there any veterans in the house? Okay. This is a song I wrote. I'm an Air Force veteran. I was stationed here, so I don't have any great war stories to tell or anything like that, but I wrote this song because well, a lot of them don't return quite right, and they don't get the help they need when they get here. So that's what this song is about. Veterans benefits or the lack thereof. It's called Soldier's Homecoming. He's on a plane bound for the USA, far from the desert war, sang fleas and being alone. PTSD keeps him up at night, shrapnel from an IED lodged in his left knee. He spends his day standing in the VA line to get the meds he needs to help him sleep at night. Sometimes the meds can't fight what's in his head, and all he's left with is memories of the dead. She hears the gunfire through a prison wall, a tactical rescue team. How many weeks has it been? Unit sole surviving soldier now, on a medevac out of there to home or anywhere. A DD-214 and a Purple Heart, not what she had in mind the day she made her start. Now there's not many who will understand warriors all across this land. A soldier's homecoming day isn't always filled with happy face parades. A soldier's homecoming day, moving on, is a fight they fight every day. Homeless vets and wounded warriors now fight another war, drags on and on for years. Bureaucratic government red tape, a home from battlefield, ain't no way to escape. You do your service like your daddy done, so proud was he to say, hey, that there soldier's my son. And now you wonder what you were fighting for. it worth the years? Would you give them more? A soldier's homecoming day isn't always filled with happy face parades. A soldier's homecoming day, moving on, is a fight they fight every day. It's a fight they fight every day. Welcome home to the USA. Thank you. I tend to write a lot of, I like writing political stuff, but I prefer to do it in a story format. I figure that kind of, rather than throwing an opinion at somebody and just telling them where I'm at, if it, you know, writing it into a story kind of, I think, makes it a little easier to swallow, especially if they don't necessarily agree with you. So I usually don't get just straight up, you know, an opinion song, I guess what I'm trying to say. So I do have one of those I'll get to later, but this is a song I wrote, it's called Inconvenient Truth. It's about urban development and how it's not really good for everybody involved. And it's the initial start of it had to do with the hospital downtown Utica thing. And then I kind of researched a bit about other developments in other places and where it starts, and unfortunately racism plays a big part in it. So anyways, a song called Inconvenient Truth. Montgomery, Alabama, 1955. Roses at the bus stop, sore feet and tired eyes. She took a seat that wasn't hers to take. Now here we are, over 70 long years later. Roses quiet, no rings fall. Charlottesville, Virginia, 1964. Vinegar Hills bulldozed in the name of nothing more. Renewal takes away the soul of urban neighborhoods. Now all these decades later, renewal still misunderstood. A vehicle for progress, cloaked in city politics, while underneath is prejudice and race-fueled rhetoric. Communities of poverty now struggle against the tide of ingrained segregation that no urban renewal can hide. Anyway, USA, 21st century. Bulldozers and wrecking balls reshaping our cities. The inconvenient truth of the price of progress paid is buried under blacktop as the dino shovels fade. A vehicle for progress, cloaked in city politics, while underneath is prejudice and race-fueled rhetoric. Communities of poverty now struggle against the tide of ingrained segregation that no urban renewal can hide. Anyway, USA, 21st century. Bulldozers and wrecking balls reshaping our cities. The inconvenient progress page is buried under blacktop as the din of shovels fades. Thank you very much. So, I go to Trinity United Methodist Church in Whitesboro, and it's a doing church. I heard that said today at a funeral that I was at today, which is true. And one of the things they do is they take care of a lot of inner city. Well, they try to take care of a lot of inner city problems, help with that, homelessness and clothing for homeless. Homelessness is something that seems to have found its way into a lot of songs I wrote for years. I've never been homeless. My uncle used to volunteer at a place in Boston called Pine Street Inn, and I'd never been there, but I don't know, the way he talked about it, I guess kind of shaped my views of that. So this is a song called Broken John, and I wrote it after a clothing handout that our church did in Utica. Few of the people in the song are actual people that we met down there. Some of them are fictional, and I just put this together. I hope you like it. Broken John used to stand damn near 6'4". Here he sits, old and bent, outside this grocery store. And Shakey's out on the streets tonight. He won't go inside the shelter doors. He'd rather take his chances on the streets alone, 'cause he don't like walls anymore. These are the people who live here, who walk these hot streets every day. And these are the folks that this city's forgotten, left out in the cold all alone. Nobody came to pray. And cowboys gone like so many like him, forgotten along the way. And Mary showed up at the shelter again, with bruises and broken bones. If she don't wind up dead someday, she'll spend the rest of her life all alone. These are the people who live here, who walk these hot streets every day. And these are the folks that the city's forgotten, left out in the cold all alone. So if you gotta spend a couple hours in the cold just to help somebody hold on to their soul, remember the forgotten, left out on the street tonight, struggling to stay alive and not give up the fight. Broken John used to stand damn near 6'4". Shakey's staying outside again, 'cause he can't stand walls anymore. And these are the people who live here, who walk these hot streets every day. And these are the folks that the city's forgotten, left out in the cold. to guess who's real and who's made up in that song. When I make a set list, I just kind of put a list of songs together I hope to get to. So I don't really have a plan when I do things, which is not unusual for if you've. I do this at every gig. I never make a set list. I never do it because I just don't like playing the same things over and over again. So, which means I don't memorize things all that well. Why I need this crutch in front of me. So I'm gonna do a song. I got into writing songs about ghosts for a while. I don't know. I just do that. I tend to write minor key, depressing stuff about death and stuff like that. And my wife knows I don't write too many cheery songs. But they're good stories, you know. I like. This is a true ghost story. Arthur Conan Doyle, which you're probably familiar with from Sherlock Holmes, was also really into what he called at the time psychic stuff, which we would call paranormal now. And he used to go on these ghost hunts, and this is one of them. I had a piece of ice in my mouth earlier, and I was trying real hard not to chew it, because I had that mic. I didn't know how that was going to come through. Anyways, the ghost they found in this house was Vladimir Lenin, who had died about 4 months earlier, in a house in London. So, and he had a message for them, and you'll hear it. So it's called Lenin's Ghost. On a dark street in West London's Piccadilly neighborhood stands a house strange and haunted by a spirit misunderstood. A few brave men and one medium made contact one rainy night, and from the air one name was clear: Lenin of Moscow Nights. An elder bearded gentleman was this their evening's host, no doubt in them that they were in the presence of Lenin's ghost. He stood there in the stare, and from the air there came this boast: artists must rouse selfish nations with the words of Lenin's ghost. They stood there on the edge of the unknown with this apparition, laughing in their presence at their failure at possession. Its message from the grave was for peace among the lands. Then from the air its face did fade, Lenin to eternity's hands. An elder bearded gentleman was this their evening's host, no doubt in them that they were in the presence of Lenin's ghost. He stood there on the stair, and from the air there came this boast: artists must rouse selfish nations with the words of Lenin's ghost. Dark street in West London's Piccadilly neighborhood stands a house no longer haunted by Lenin's ghostly hood. Those assembled on that night bear witness to all they heard. They'll not forget the message of Lenin's prophetic words. An elder bearded gentleman was this their evening nation's host. No doubt in them that they were in the presence of Lenin's ghost. He faded from their presence and left them with this boast. Artists must rouse selfish nations was the message of Lenin's ghost. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, this is called The Last Great Generation. I guess you know, when you're in a nursing home and you walk in there and you see these people that are really frail and fragile, and you know, some of them can barely move. They didn't get to be that old without being young and having a life before that, and so I guess this is a song about trying to remember that, which I think most decent people can know that. So it's called The Last Great Generation. His eyes are clouded over, breath shallow and weak. He knows there's not much time before he won't have the strength to speak. But he's still sharp as ever, quick-witted and free. The baseball cap he proudly wears says USS Missouri. And he's part of the history that made this country great. Through 15 presidents he's lived, he's earned the right to say he's one of the last of a great generation who can go to bed knowing he's lived through the best. Remembered by those of the once grateful nation for a good life well lived, deserving his rest. She can't remember people she knew in the past. It won't be long before she's gone, her memory is fading fast. But sometimes she can see them so vivid and clear. Her family in photographs she's carried all these years. She's the heart and the fabric that keeps her family strong. Through thick and thin, rich and poor, she's carried them along. She's one of the last of a great generation who can sleep sound believing her life was the best. Beloved and faithful to family and nation, with a life full of love, well deserving her rest. There's not many left of that great generation that's fading into history and leaving the rest of us to remember their gift to this nation. They've earned our respect, well deserving their rest. Well deserving their rest. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I'm going to do that opinion song, if you're all cool with it. Get a little political here. I'm not a Trump fan, so that's just where that's going, just to pre-warn you. So it's called Great Again. don't belong there, and you'll never know what it takes to really make America great again. You wake up all alone in the town, wife and family on your payroll. You paid for all those friends you have, now one by one they roll. Soon you will be exposed as the liar you are. Getting rid of you will make America great again. Like a castle built from sand, the waves will wash it away, and your house of cards will crumble to the ground. Sweep away every town from the streets of your own city. We'll rebuild all that you tore down in the wreckage of your legacy. Without you, we'll make America great again. Yeah, without you, we'll make America great again. Without you, we'll make America great again. Thank you. Hope you like that one. I don't, as I said, I don't usually write songs that are just straight up opinion, because it's usually not very helpful to a conversation about something that's difficult. But I had that in me and I had to get it out, so. And I had that cool riff I wanted to use there. I had to use that somewhere, and those are the words that came out with it, so. Do a quick tune out here. Am I not talking loud enough? I have a tendency to not speak up. So this is a song called Sarajevo Roses. I wrote it. Sarajevo Roses are during the Battle of Sarajevo back in the 90s, or the siege. The city was constantly being bombed, and when it was finally over and it was, the battle was done, and I assume when some sort of peace settled, the craters that were left, when they looked like flowers, so they painted a lot of these craters from these shells in, and it looked like flowers. They called them Sarajevo Roses. And they particularly painted the ones where somebody was killed, or, it just rained bombs for 3 years. And if anybody's familiar with a guy named Zlatko Grozel, he's a local musician, came from Bosnia when he was 16. So he was, I wasn't necessarily thinking of him when I wrote this, but having him gave it more of a personal connection to the lyrics. So, and he liked the words. I showed him the words before I played it. I wanted, somebody who'd kind of been there to give me let me know that these lyrics were right. There wasn't anything in it that didn't fit. So, anyways, it's called Sarajevo Roses. We withstood the shelling for 1,000 nights still telling ourselves that through the Civil War we'll find the peace we're searching for. And now I see the shell shots on Sarajevo sidewalks, like roses trampled under boots, crushed and broken to their roots, and nothing takes it away. Sailed away. We endured the months cramped in crowded refugee camps, not knowing if this new country would welcome us and let us be. But here we are years later, in America together, the land of opportunity, far away across the sea, and nothing can take that away. We're here to stay. We're here to stay. While Sarajevo's roses fade away, we're here today. By the grace of Sarajevo's roses saved. 25 years later, feels just like yesterday when I stood neath Sarajevo skies, raining down besieged with fire. And now these ugly war scars are painted bright like flowers, and even though they're far away, in my mind they still remain. And nothing, no nothing takes it away. We're here to stay. We're here to stay. While Sarajevo's roses fade away, we're here today. By the grace of Sarajevo's roses saved. We're here to stay. While Sarajevo's roses fade away, we're here today. By the grace of Sarajevo's roses saved. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's kind of a coming to America song too.
I got a request, Kevin.
Okay.
Money. Yeah.
Oh, I want to get to that. What kind of time do I got? I can't read that.
You got about 15, 20 minutes left.
Okay.
Happy song.
Happy songs. I don't do happy songs very well.
I still love John.
I have a couple. This one's called Minivan. It's kind of happy. I mean, all right. So this is the first verse started again with the Hotel Utica downtown thing. Joe is a real person. He owns one of the businesses down there. No idea what his last name is, but and then it goes on to something else. And the whole song is really about bumper stickers and how people just plaster up their vehicles, whatever it may be, with whatever their political, religious views are. So the song really isn't so much taking sides. It's about just stickering up your car and letting your freak flag fly and just, you know. So it's a song about bumper stickers. So it's called Minivan. I know a guy named Joe. Yeah, it sounds like a name you all know. He walks with a cane and a limp in his leg, runs his business with a friendly hello. But he's out there on the front lines, on these city streets and picket lines, wondering what he'll do if the city goes through with development in his hometown. A bumper stickered minivan lets you know right where he stands. He ain't afraid of letting it show, speaking his mind going down the road. In a bumper stickered minivan he goes. I used to know this girl. She had some trouble fitting in the world. She didn't like boys and she didn't know why she was different from other girls. Now instead of putting on charades, she's waving rainbow flags and pride parades. Her friends have changed but her family approves, and she's living life unafraid. A bumper stickered minivan lets you know right where she stands. She ain't afraid of letting it show, speaking her mind going down the road. In a bumper stickered minivan she goes. So I took a bunch of bumper stickers and strung them together to make a bridge in the middle of this. So here we go. Burning 2020 and rainbow flags make America great again. Peace signs, crosses, and rebel flags coexist on highways across this land. We all know a guy named Joe, or somebody we used to know, or someone whose choices don't fit in with the way we see our own. But they're out there on the front lines at parades and rallies and picket lines, standing up for what they feel inside and stickering up their rides. Bumper stickered minivan lets you know right where they stand. They ain't afraid of letting it show, speaking their mind going down the road. In bumper stickered minivans they go. In bumper stickered minivans they go. In bumper stickered minivans they go. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
This, I'll play money. No, this is not the theme song from The Apprentice. It's totally different. I didn't mention earlier, Bob Marley is an influence on me quite a bit. More so recently than growing up. Every album he wrote was very spiritual and very driven, to change people's attitudes about a lot of things. And it's unfortunate that what he seems to be remembered for most, especially in college dorms, is his pot smoking habit. But there's a whole lot more to Bob than that. He gave away a lot of his money, and still hung out in the same ghetto that he grew up in, even when he was on top of the world. So anyway, this was kind of inspired by that, a bit by Bob Marley himself, and kind of a bit my relationship with money is, if money loves company, it don't love me, so may as well just give it away. So it's called Money, Give It Away. They say money, money, money can't buy happiness, but it can lessen the pain of the oppressed. money, money, money makes the world go round. If you can't afford the ride to where this train is bound, so give it away, give it away, give it all up to make this world a better place. Give it away, give it away, give it all up to make this world a better place. Said a father to his son one day on his dying bed, money can't buy life, were the last words he said. To take a lesson from the teacher high up in the sky, you can't take it with you on the day you up and die. So give it away, give it away, give it all up to make this world a better place. Give it away, give it away, give it all up to make this world a better place. They say money, money, money is the root of all evil, and only if it's used up to do the rich man's will. So what you gonna tell God when the heat comes down? Better hope you leave this world better than you found it. So give it away, give it away, give it all up to make this world a better place. Give it away, give it away, give it all up to make this world a better place. Give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away. Thank you very much. Speaking of giving away money, usually when I do tips, collect tips at gigs, that money goes towards whatever homeless need, whether it be through our church or directly through like AmeriCorps or something like that. So I try to do that. I may as well not keep it because I'm not gonna get much use out of it. So. Alright, I'm gonna do something I wrote for my wife. By the way, well, this song is on the CD, Simple Place, as well as Soldier's Homecoming and Roger's House is on it. Okay, this is called Ocean Eyes, because she got these blue eyes that are just like kind of somewhere between sky and ocean, kind of. So anyways, I grew up near the coast and I like a lot of ocean imagery and stuff, so I put that into this song, and her eyes are the perfect blue color. So it's called Ocean Eyes. Hope you like it. Bay is full of sailing ships from around the world. They all sail the same blue sea. I sail every day when you look at me. Past the breakers as I can see, across the great wide open sea, the flight of one lone albatross, making its way as it flies across through ocean eyes in an endless sky I fly. An ocean blue I can sail right through to you. Brighter than the East Point light, you guide me in my dead of night. Deeper than the deepest sea, full of wonder and mystery. Through ocean eyes in an endless sky I fly. In ocean blue, I can sail right through to you. The sea is every sailor's love, his home is peace, his heaven above. And I have found my own blue sea, standing right in front of me. Through ocean eyes in an endless sky I fly. An ocean blue, I can sail right through to you. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was a happy song. So I got time for a couple more. Well, I'm gonna get back to being a little political. It's called Dirty Water. Keep getting an ice cube. It's called Dirty Water. It starts with a little bit about Flint, Michigan, and basically fracking and a lot of things that shouldn't be happening. Should be clean water for everybody to drink. But it's not a lot to ask, but it seems to be. While everyone across the nation grieves the lives of more innocents, here in my Flint, Michigan, our drinking water is poison. I guess holding on to your precious guns means more to you than our kids' lives, but the lead's no different in your bullets than the lead you feed our children. I want clean water in my kitchen. I want to breathe freshness in the air. I want a bright future for our children. And I don't want a world full of dirty water. Garbage washes up on shores and killing natural habitats. Corporations dump their waste into the well we drink from. The big oil drills the ocean floor and fracks and cracks our precious earth. Our rivers run with blood and oil across the reservation. I want clean water in my kitchen. I want to breathe freshness in the air. I want a bright want clean water in my kitchen. I want to breathe freshness in the air. I want a bright future for our children. And I don't want a world, I don't want a world, I don't want my world full of dirty water. Thank you. Sorry for being a little sloppy on that one. Any particular requests for the last one? Should have saved money for the end. Should have saved money for the end.
Boston,
Oh, okay.
that's your signature song.
Okay, this is it's called Boston, and it's another one I wrote for my wife.
You wrote it for you too, that's funny you did.
Yeah, we took a trip to Boston years ago, and many years ago, not long after we met, and I grew up north of Boston in Salem area, but I always loved that area. And, we had some great memories from that, so it's called Boston. Woke up this morning with a dream of you, standing by the water, the salty air blowing through your hair. And I thought back to that weekend, Christmas still in the air. Subway singers playing, and you and me in the market square. Now Boston seems so far away, a distant memory, so many miles in the city lights. But in my thoughts, I see you standing there, walking down Arlington Street in the drizzling rain in the city night. Wish we could go back to Boston, ride the blue line from Wonderland to Never Never Land. I wish we could go back to Boston, walk those city streets, hand in hand by the shore again. I sat up an hour, just watching you sleep, listen to you breathing, remembering one special place. I thought to myself, what a vision of love you are, lying here beside me, your hair spread out on my pillowcase. Sometimes it seems so far to go, to get to the other side, where you and me can forever be. But as long as there rain coming on that ocean breeze takes my breath away, and the streetlights shine, our love will always be. Wish we could go back to Boston, ride the blue line from Wonderland to Never Never. Wish we could go back to Boston, walk those city streets, hand in hand by the shore again. Wish we could go back to Boston, wish we could go back to Boston. Wish we could go back to Boston, walk those city streets, hand in hand by the shore again. I'd like to thank Cathie Timian and 16 Stone for having me here. Thank you very much. I'd like playing songs and talking about where they come from. I like hearing other people do that too. So this is an awesome opportunity. So hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you for coming and listening. And thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for tuning in, folks, and we hope you're back again next month with us on Local and Live with Cathie Timian. Thank you. That's a wrap.
You gotta get one of them.
I know.
Cut!
I'm gonna have to get some. I'm gonna have to get some people to help. Volunteers to help out.
Well, it's live TV, so maybe that cut thing doesn't work.